And do you have a co-defendant in that burglary charge?
Yes, sir.
Right. And what's the name of your co-defendant in the burglary charge?
Leroy Whitaker.
Do you see Leroy Whitaker in the courtroom here today?
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell us where he is seated and what he is wearing?
He got on blue and white.
All right. Can you describe the table or who he is sitting next to as well?
Sitting next to his lawyer.
Which table?
The front table, the first table.
Okay. Your Honor, with the record reflect, he's identified Mr. Whitaker.
Okay, the record shall so reflect.
Have you also been charged with second-degree murder for your involvement in the murder of Charles McCormick on January 15, 2020?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who are the other individuals that have been charged with the murder of Charles McCormick along with you?
Leroy Whitaker, Hakeem Robinson, and Abdul Robinson.
Bill Robinson.
Jr.
Okay. And do you see Hakeem Robinson in the courtroom here today?
Yes, sir.
If you see him, can you tell us where he is seated and what he is wearing?
He's in the back row. Got on blue and white.
And you said back, I missed the first part.
Got on blue and white.
Okay. And where is he seated in the courtroom?
At the second table.
Your Honor, with the record reflect, witnesses identified Hakeem Robinson.
All right, the record shall so reflect.
In August of 2020, did you agree to cooperate and testify against your co-defendants in all of your cases?
Yes, sir.
And then on September 10th of 2020, did you enter pleas of guilty to the court on those charges?
Yes, sir.
So you pled guilty to second-degree murder for the Damon Rothermel case,
Yes, sir.
as well as the Charles McCormick murder,
Yes, sir.
the burglary with assault or battery,
Yes, sir.
and the aggravated fleeing or attempting to elude.
Yes, sir.
And for each and every one of those charges, who did you plead guilty to?
Judge Salvador.
And today, have you been sentenced?
No, sir.
Who ultimately is going to decide what sentence you receive?
Judge Salvador.
Have you been promised by the state that you would receive any specific sentence based on your cooperation?
No, sir.
Based on your pleas of guilty to those charges, what is the maximum sentence this court can sentence you to?
Life.
Without parole?
Without parole.
And life without parole, that's on the 2 murder charges?
Yes, sir.
Is that also the potential sentence on the burglary with an assault or battery?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you know what your guideline score is for your charges that you've pled to?
Yes, sir.
And what is your guideline score?
41.8 years.
And so that 41.8 years, does that reflect the lowest sentence the judge should sentence you to without a legal reason to go below?
Yes, sir.
Now, is your cooperation, does that provide a legal basis that allows the court to go below 41.8 years if the court thinks that's appropriate?
Yes, sir.
But does the court have to?
No.
What is the absolute minimum sentence you can get?
With
At sentencing, what's the minimum sentence the court can sentence you to?
20 years.
And then again, even with your cooperation, 20 years up to?
Life.
Now, do you hope that this court will consider your cooperation?
Yes, sir.
Are you hopeful to get the best possible sentence you can get?
Yes, sir.
And that would be 20 years in prison.
Yes, sir.
Do you recall how old you were when you first met Kareem?
Yes, sir.
Approximately how old?
9 years old.
Were you in school?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what the plan was for when Charles McCormick walked out?
Yeah.
All right. What was supposed to happen?
Well, when he got into the vehicle, they was going to jump out the car, and as soon as he got in his car, they was going to run him down and shoot him.
Who was?
Scotty and Ksoo.
So both Leroy Whitaker and Hakeem Robinson?
Yes, sir.
And they both were going to shoot him?
Yeah.
When you initially got into the plaza, what was the plan?
Still going to be the same thing.
And what does that mean?
An ambush, run. It was going to still do the same thing they was going to do in the apartment complex.
All right. And so when Charles McCormick came out, Hakeem Robinson and Leroy Whitaker both were going to ambush him?
Yes, sir.
So what happened when Charles McCormick came out?
Well, Hakeem jumped out.
Jumped out of what?
Jumped out of the car.
Was that the plan?
No, sir.
All right. How was that different from what the plan was?
Well, I came up with a plan of getting closer to his car, so when he get in the car, he could jump out of the passenger seat and shoot him as soon as he got in his vehicle. I could pull off faster.
And did he wait for Charles McCormick to get closer to his vehicle or get into the vehicle?
No.
What happened after Hakeem jumped out of the Nissan?
Shot at him.
Shot at who?
McCormick.
Did McCormick stay there?
No.
What'd he do?
Ran.
What did Hakeem Robinson do?
Chased him.
And then did what?
Killed him.
Did you see that?
No.
Where did they go?
On the side of the building.
But did you see Hakeem chasing him with the rifle?
Yeah.
Did you hear shots?
Yes, sir.
And after those shots, what did you do?
I went and picked him up.
Picked who up?
Picked Hakeem up.
Where did Hakeem go when you pulled up to pick him up?
Say that again?
When you went to pick Hakeem up, where in the vehicle did he go?
Oh, he got back into the passenger seat.
Another one. I'm sure Ksoo did not see this as his ending, but this is the end for Ksoo. Another one bites the dust. The streets take another one. And I want to tell you, young people out there that happen to listen to this, or if you're not young but you still live like you are young, take note of what's happening here. Ksoo's friend from 9 years old is on the stand testifying against him and his brother and everyone else. He's testifying on a crime that he was a part of. He was the driver. The young man that you are looking at right now, the one that was doing all the talking, he was a part of the crime. He took part in the planning, the scoping out, tracking the young man that they killed, all that. And now look at him. State's key witness. Now, it wasn't just him. If you followed it, which I'm sure most people that clicked on the video have, his dad testified on him and some other people. I just wanted to play this a little bit. I mean, the trial, it was an open and shut case. I mean, Ksoo really had no case, but I can see why he still went to trial, because, I mean, you're going to take a plea to what? I don't know, 50 years? Might as well go to trial. Anyhow, he's going to be sentenced to life or death. Those are the only two options down here in Florida. First degree murder, life or death. That's the only option. His life is essentially over. Even if he spends the rest of his life in prison, that's not living, trust me. But I want to say, it's not too late for you to get out of the streets. It's not too late for you to go and get a job, to go and get a trade. Your friend that you've known since you were a kid, that you swear is going to ride or die with you, that you've done all these things with, that's him right there on the screen. When you all get arrested, when you all really get into some deep shit and he can't see any other way out, you're looking at your friend on the screen right now. And I know you can't really see that. You can't believe that now because, you know, you guys smoke weed together and whatever other drugs you guys are doing. And you swear that this will never be you. But listen, so many individuals in prison have this same story to tell of how someone that they thought would never tell on them told on them. got on the stand or wrote a statement or whatever it was and sent them up the road without a life jacket, without a paddle. Take this into account. This is not a joke. Ksoo's life is over. This young man, he's hoping for 20 years. He's hoping that the judge will be merciful on him and say, good little boy, I'm going to go ahead and bless you with 20 years. I wouldn't be surprised if she still gives him like 30 or 40 years. Which is, I mean, I guess in the grand scheme, it's still better than life, but it's damn near life. I mean, 30 years, like that's pretty much life. You can get out, but come on. And as the old saying, as they say, that old saying, or maybe it's a new saying, it's been said different ways throughout time, but basically if you can't stand the streets, then get on the sidewalk. Well, let me tell you, don't even stand on the sidewalk. Take your ass in the house. Don't be near the streets at all. It's not worth it. What really do you stand to gain? Nothing. But what do you stand to lose? Everything. You stand to lose it all. This young man's family, his mom, because this is what happens. His mom, his sister, his grandmother, his aunts, they all were telling him, listen, you need to tell on him, Ksoo, and all the rest of them so you can come home. They are now convincing him to give up the friendship that he had and ignore the fact that he was just as much a part of these murders as Ksoo and everyone else. But they're saying, F all that, you all were wrong. The person who pulled the trigger should serve the most time. So you get your ass up on that stand and you tell those people the truth. And we're going to pray that God has mercy on you. That's what they're telling them. Or that's what they told him. That's not a conversation that you want your family to have with you. So, young man or young woman, don't be in the street. Don't be on the sidewalk. Get your ass in the house, okay? People talk trash about people that sit at home and drink Mountain Dew and play video games and have Cheetos, empty Cheeto bags around the house. Well, guess who wishes that they could live that life right now? Ksoo and this young man and everyone else associated with this case. Yeah, I'm not advocating for you to be a loser. That's why I started by saying get a job or a trade. But being a loser on the street is much better than being a loser in prison with a life sentence or on death row. Okay? The choice is yours to make. And let's just be real, okay? How about you just be real with yourself and look deep within yourself and understand that we're going to keep it real. You're not built like that, okay? You are not really built for this type of pressure. You and I both know that deep down inside, you a bitch, okay? And you would be this guy right now telling on your friends, telling on your childhood friends, because you was never built like that from the get-go. You was never really about that life. You just wanted to fit in. You thought it was cool. You thought you guys were going to be the next OTF, Lil Durk and them, or Lil Baby, whoever. You thought that's what was going to happen. But it's not going to happen. You are going to end up on the stand telling on your friends. You know why? Because you are a bitch. But I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. I'm saying that to wake you up so that you don't end up on the stand like this young man. You still have a chance to change your life, to say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and fill out that application for Walmart. Or I'm going to go ahead and re-enroll in school and get my GED and then go on to a community college and then further and further. Or I'm going to get me a trade. Or I'm going to get my CDL. Whatever the case is. Because there is no coming back. Technically, yeah, Ksoo can come back on an appeal, but the likelihood of that is very slim. I mean, you never know, but I seriously doubt it. Okay, his dad told on him. I think it was another guy too. Like, it's over. The ship is sunk. Okay, like I said, no life jacket, no paddle, up shit's creek. Young man, take your bitch ass in the house and do something with your life. All right? Don't end up like this young man telling on your friends, and don't end up like Ksoo looking at your childhood friend telling on you. It's not worth it. These are two realities that you do not want to become your reality. Wake up while it's still time. If you made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate you listening all the way through. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'll talk to you all soon.